When passports started, the concept of a worldwide passport standard that isn't actually old. In fact, the system began less than a century ago. It was in the early 20th century that passports as we would recognize them today began to be used. Passports were not generally required for international travel until the First World War. However, since 1540, the granting of traveling papers became the business of the Privy Council. By this point, the term passport was being used, although whether it originated with the idea of people passing through maritime ports or through the gates and city walls, ports in French, remains a matter for debate. A passport from this period, issued on June 18, 1641 and signed by Charles I, still exists. From 1794, the Office of the Secretary of State took control of issuing passports, a function that the Home Office retains today. Records remain of every British passport granted from this time, although they continue to be available to foreign nationals and were written in French until 1858, when the passport first acquired its role as a British identity document. After World War I, the modern passport came into circulation after the League of Nations ratified it around 1920. With the war over, many countries looked for any solution to maintain peace. Leaders in government around the world made some changes to achieve this goal. United States legislators decided to mint a new passport to limit the flow of immigrants to the country. They also passed the Immigration Act in 1921, also known as the Emergency Quota Act. The act restricted the number of immigrants admitted from any other country. Following an agreement among the League of Nations to begin standardizing passports, the world's first passport, dubbed Old Blue, was issued in 1920. Even after the World War ended, the format for Old Blue was standardized in the latter part of 1920. The League of Nations met in France where they specified the size, layout, and design of passports for 42 nations. The passport was revised again in 1947. The League expanded Old Blue into a 32-page document. The template for the 32-page booklet measured exactly 15.5 centimeters, 6.1 inches x 4.1 inches. In that initial book, the first 4 pages showed the owner's facial characteristics, occupation, and residence. Now, many nations issue biometric passports that contain an embedded microchip, making them machine-readable and difficult to counterfeit. As of January 2019, there were over 150 jurisdictions issuing e-passports. Previously issued non-biometric machine-readable passports usually remain valid until their respective expiration dates.